So welcome to another Ultra AHA. And I have been sitting here for about a couple of minutes giggling at what I'm about to do because this takes it to another level. Today's is a total doozy, and you'll see that I'm all trussed up in my running gear. And today's is a doozy because I'm about to do something very publicly that I am choosing to do for me, and I'm also choosing to do it because I'm pretty confident what I'm about to do and what I'm about to share about will help any beautiful woman watching, let alone a midlife grinding woman who's trying to glide. It's really interesting that what I'm about to talk to you about, and I will get to it, has come up at the same time that it's only a couple of weeks ago that Taryn Brumfitt was actually named Australian of the Year in 2023. And for those who don't know her, she basically created the body image movement, or the positive body image movement. So what I'm talking about today is about poor body image. What I thought I was talking about was body dysmorphia. And with the homework I've done on it, I'm grateful to know that I don't have a mental disorder, but I definitely have poor body image, which has brought up so many interesting triggers as I've got further and further into my training journey. And the thing that has got me so riled about this is that I can hand on heart say I was never choosing to do this ultra journey for weight loss. I really wasn't. It was very much a deliberate decision to create a healthier version of me, and a deliberate decision to raise this money for these beautiful kids over in Bali, and a deliberate decision to do it in a totally different way about gliding through this process rather than grinding. And yet another ghost of ages past has come forward. And if I hadn't had this session with my dietitian this week and really come to understand what has been going on in the last couple of weeks, I would still have this crap in the back of my mind. And as you know, that's all the subconscious. So what do you mean about poor body image or body dysmorphia? So poor body image is when you simply struggle to embrace and love the body that you have. So I'm just going to read it off from here. It's about the perception you have about your body and the way you look, most importantly. It's also about how you feel about your body, how you believe others perceive your body, and how we feel about our height and weight and shape. And that's definitely what I've got going on. What I thought I had going on is a much, much bigger issue, as in a mental illness, which is body dysmorphia, where the poor body image is something that you get obsessed about day in, day out, about changing. And I am definitely not obsessed about changing it, but I have been wanting to shield myself or hide myself in my training regime, but it was not to the level of the body dysmorphia. What am I really talking about? Okay, so this is the unveiling. So when I run, and it has been so hot in my training, I run, if you can go down a little bit, you'll probably get a better picture. So these are my, whoever said running is free is a lie. Some of the gear you've got to buy. So can't quite see it because I'm black on black, but this is my running vest, and that holds all my nutrition, all my hydration, and it's been fabulous at helping me, because now my minimum distance is an hour twice a week and ramping up to 2.5 hours this weekend. And as you can see, or maybe you won't see it, and maybe it's just me that looks at it, is that I wear this vest with my running bra, and then I have these pants. And what is typical about poor body image is that all I see is this. And of course I see it because it's very pronounced when you've got pants that sort of hugging at this point, and looking around, I've got, I've definitely got this. Where the mind-blowing piece was that I was sharing this with my dietitian and saying, isn't it interesting? I'm doing all this training now, and I've been struggling to fuel with sugar, and that's going to be next week's episode. And a lot of that was about issues I had about fueling myself with sugar because it's a bad food. And what he was very, very at pains to say to me is that this ultra journey I've chosen to go on is a modern invention, and it is a massive, massive undertaking for my physicality. So I have to think differently to actually take this journey on, not just the training and not just the eventuality of it, but all of the resources I need to bring on board. And I shared with him that I think one of the reasons I was struggling to bring the sugar in is that when I get dressed like this and I look, and I'm looking at little bits and bobs that are out here, and I'm looking at all this here, what I'm actually saying is I've got plenty of fuel here, so why do I need to put anything else in my body? Which is so dumb, because the training I'm undertaking is not about burning this. It is about fueling my body to get the job done. But I explained to him what had been going on, and what he did, and Brady Schultz, massive, massive love for you. He got me to go on Instagram, and one of his clients, I won't name who this person is, but one of his clients is an ultra runner. And he asked me to get onto his Instagram profile and look at a photo of this fellow who had run, I think he's run across Australia recently. And no, it's not the young electrician we're talking about. But he asked me to describe a photo I saw of this fellow on his Instagram feed. Now, the photo of this fellow, this man is emaciated. He had completed the run. In fact, he didn't complete it properly because he actually hadn't fueled his body, and he has got massive issues with body image. Because the thing is, I described an emaciated person, and Brady said to me that the complaint I have about this and seeing this, that man sees in the mirror every day. And that was a massive aha for me, because it highlighted, like it took my breath away, and I did actually start crying. And the reason, might even do it again now, the reason for that is this deep-seated beliefs about yourself. It does not matter what other people see in you, of you, about you. If you can't see that, then that is your living reality. And that is, those beliefs lead to your actions, those actions lead to your results. And it is so powerful with the journey that I'm choosing to take in this ultra, that I get proud of the fact that this amazing body at 55 has got the capacity, and will have to have even more capacity to complete this 84 kilometres with absolute grace and finish it, excited that I've completed it. And that can't happen if every time I look in the mirror at this body that I've just shown you, that there's shame and there's weird ass beliefs of not being enough and being fat and not enough. And this is really public for me to be sharing this with you. But I know that I grew up in an era that, and it still goes on today, that if you are fat or you have fat, then you are less. And it's just so wrong. And it impacts us on so many levels, because those beliefs about yourself of not being enough feed into other parts of your life. And so where does it stop? So basically, it stopped for me that day. And that was only Tuesday. On Wednesday this week, I got dressed. I chose not to look at my deficiencies for what they are and be proud of the fact that this beautiful body is actually doing the training at the level it is and with such grace. And as Brady said to me, it's about celebrating my body as an instrument and not an ornament. I'm just starting this journey to really, really embrace this completely. I have definitely struggled with this my whole life. When I completed my only half marathon almost 20 years ago, I have a beautiful photo of my two buddies and myself who did the event, and I've always hated the photo because guess what? I had a tummy. Seriously? So warped, so last year, so going. But I just hope that by sharing this and asking you to consider, are you thinking about your body as an instrument and this incredible piece of engineering machinery that gets you to just go and do beautiful, amazing things? Or are you, like me, on the journey of walking away from the ornamental body and coming fully into instrument? And that's what I'm doing. I'd love you to share this with anyone that you think needs to know about it. And I'd love to hear any feedback, and hopefully it helps you along your journey to whatever your ultra is. Leveling up is an interesting path. I'm very grateful to be on it, and look forward to sharing my aha with you for next week. Have fun. It's a love.